We are now going to begin the discussion on the 360-degree leadership assessment. The categories are strategy, learning, influence, relationships, delegation, priorities, and confidence. So, beginning with the strategy on long term versus short term thinking, I have five respondents for each question. So 60% gave me a 4, and the other 40% gave me a 5. So I believe they think I do well with long term thinking. For vision for organization, only one person gave me a 3, which means kind of in the middle, and 80% gave me a 5. So they believe I have strong vision for the organization. Fighting fires versus setting the direction. One person gave me a 3. 3 of my people gave me a 4, and one person gave me a 5. So, for the most part, people think that I am able to set the direction versus fight the fires. That's something that I work on at a previous job. All I did was fight fires. I was a firefighter. So it feels really good to see that I am, people view me as someone as not that person. In communication, and I left that off of the slide, communication came after strategy. But so you have poor communicator versus good communicator. 2 of my people gave me a 4, and 3 of them gave me a 5. So yes, I agree with that. Cloister versus out and about. I'm a 5, and 4 people gave me a 5 for out of about. And one person gave me a 4, so they believe I am out and about, which is good. I try to be a visible counselor. Communicating poorly versus communicates well. 2 people gave me a 4. 3 people gave me a 5. So we're clustered again at 4 out of 5. So most people, most of the respondents, all the respondents believe I communicate well. Non-communicative versus communicates frequently. Only one person gave me a 4, and 4 people gave me a 5. So most of the people, everyone believes I communicate frequently, and I try to. That's just something I really try to work on. I like to check in. How are we doing? How's the project going? Understanding of the organization, and this is knowledge, and I also left that off of the slide. I apologize, but now we're in the knowledge portion. 2 people gave me a 4, and 3 people gave me a 5. So yet again, we're clustered 4 and a 5. They believe I understand the organization in which I work. Understanding functions of other organizations. So I did need clarity on this one when I spoke with Dr. Davis, and it's really just understanding all the moving parts, all the agencies, how the district is working, what's happening, with counselors at a state level and just in education, therapists in the community, partners. So 3 people gave me a 5 and 2 people gave me a 4, which lets me know that everyone believes I have a good understanding of other organizations. Close to the organization, one person gave me a 2, one person gave me a 4, and 3 people gave me a 5. So about 80% of people gave me 4 and a 5. They believe I'm close to the organization. And one person gave me a 2, which one person thought I wasn't that close. And we're going to talk about this particular one a little bit more in the next session, where we kind of talk about the overlap between the assessments and strengths and weaknesses, because I think I know what's going on there. Narrow view versus a broad view. When I did the ideation and the strength finders, I said that sometimes I get really big picture and sometimes it gets a little too broad, but 3 people gave me a 4 and 5 people gave me a 2, which I thought was really good, that everyone thinks I have a kind of broad view. But it makes sense that people think I have a broad view. I do like to be big picture. Now we're in learning. Curiosity. One person gave me a 4 and 4 people gave me a 5. So everyone thinks I'm a pretty curious person, that I ask questions. resist change versus promote change. 2 people gave me a 4 and 3 people gave me a 5. And that lets me know that they see me as a change agent. And that makes me really happy because, well, I guess we'll kind of get into it. But in the strength finders, I did discuss, I don't like status quo. Slow study versus quick study. 2 people gave me a 4 and 3 people gave me a 5. So everyone thinks I'm a pretty quick learner. I get information kind of quickly and try to apply it quickly and correctly. Influence. We have failed to get support versus get support. 1 person gave me a 4 and 4 people gave me a 5. So everyone agrees that I get support when I need it. Selling ideas. 1 person gave me a 4. 4 people gave me a 5. So everyone agreed that I'm good at selling ideas. Getting people on board. 1 person gave me a 4. 4 people gave me a 5. So everyone agreed that I can get people on board with an idea. Motivating people. 1 person gave me a 4. 4 people gave me a 5. Most people agreed that I motivate people. Dictatorial versus democratic. 1 person gave me a 3, which means I guess they think I'm kind of neutral. 1 person gave me a 4, and 3 people gave me a 5. So most people think that I do try to go through some democratic process when it comes to decision making. Assertiveness. 2 people gave me a 4, and 3 people gave me a 5. So everyone believed that I am assertive. Now we're going to get into relationships. When it came to talking to people, everybody gave me a 5. We'll speak about this more when we get into the strengths. Listening. 1 person gave me a 4 and 4 people gave me a 5. Everyone believed that I'm a good listener. And that makes me really happy to hear. Poor versus good interpersonal skills. 1 person gave me a 4. 4 people gave me a 5. So everyone agreed that I have good people skills. Ability to deal with people. 3 people gave me a 4. 2 people gave me a 5. And we'll talk about that when we try to synthesize it. But most people agree that I am able to deal with people. I know I got a few more 4s than 5s on this one. So we'll get into that. Interaction with people. 1 person gave me a 4 and 4 people gave me 5, which lets me know they think that I am able to interact with people. You know, I'm not scared to interact with people. I'm a people person. Poor versus good delegator. I got 100%. All people believe that I am a good delegator. And we'll speak about that. Detail versus big picture. This is something that's kind of come up a lot. And 1 person gave me a 3, 1 person gave me a 4, 3 people gave me a 5. So I think most of my respondents, except the one who gave me a 3, see that I am big picture. And I specifically spoke about this, and I can't wait to talk about it in detail in the next portion of the presentation. Nitpicker versus not a nitpicker. This had a bit more variability as well. 1 person gave me a 3, another a 4, and 3 gave me a 5. I'm not sure how to feel about that one. You know, I probably need to go back and read what nitpicker means. So let's just take a quick moment and look it up and see what it means. So the actual definition of nitpicker means, someone who finds faults, a person who gives harsh judgment, however small or unimportant, everywhere they look. Oh, wow. Okay, so I felt like I needed to look that up. I felt like I had a definition in my head of what nitpicker meant, but okay. So 3 people said I'm not a nitpicker. Okay, 1 person gave me a 4. I'm interested about this 3. But I think I know as well. I'm excited to get into that. Deals with important issues. Oh, and also, I believe we're in the priorities portion. Maybe not. Okay. Dealing important issues. One person gave me a 4. 4 people gave me a 5, and I'm very pleased with that. I try to keep what's important important, and that's just a task I think all counselors have to learn how to excel in, because so many people give us their emergencies, and we spoke about that in my one-on-one with Dr. Davis. Doer versus delegator. 3 people gave me a 3. One person gave me a 4. Excuse me, one person gave me a 5. So this was another one that had a bit more variability than any of the other questions. A lot of people see me doing, and then you have a few people that see me more as telling people what to do. So I'm not sure if that's like negative, positive, or neutral. I'm not sure what they mean by me being a very are you saying I'm a good delegator? Are you saying I don't work? So that's an interesting one. Now we're in priorities. Prioritization. 4 people gave me a 5, and I only got one person give me a 4. So we're skewed towards people agree that I can prioritize. Level of integrity. Very pleased with this one. 2 people gave me a 4, and 3 people gave me a 5. Not trusted versus trusted. One person gave me a 4. 4 people gave me a 5. Very happy that people see me someone I could be trusted. Overly political versus political is needed. 1 gave me a 4. 4 gave me a 5. Really not into politics, but I will do it if it needs to be done. Blames others versus takes responsibility. 1 gave me a 4, and 4 gave me a 5. I cannot wait to speak about this in detail. That to have people from so many different areas of my professional life recognize that I try to take responsibility. I really enjoyed seeing that, and because I gave myself the same thing, and right now I'm just trying to put my finger. Oh, my personal assessment. Here it is. So on that, I can't find it. I think somebody took that page, or I might have I think it got messed up in the printer. But I feel like I gave myself a 4 or a 5. Admit mistakes versus doesn't admit mistakes. Everyone gave me a 5. 100% of people gave me a 5, and I gave myself a 5. That makes me feel good. Honesty versus credibility. I gave myself a 4. One person gave me a 4, and everyone else gave me a 5. So they believe I'm honest and credible. Level of security. I gave myself a 5, and they gave me a 5. Everybody, 100%. So that's pretty amazing. I like that. Guts. So I missed a few pages on my. Oh, here we go. Guts. I gave myself a 5, and 100% of people gave myself a 5. I've always thought I'm pretty gutsy, but I wasn't always like that though. It has taken a lot of work. Willingness to make enemies. Okay. Out of all the questions, so I gave myself a 5 on that one. I said I was definitely willing to make an enemy. 2 people gave me a 3. One person gave me a 4. And 2 people gave me a 5. Everyone is kind of saying I'm willing to make an enemy. But in my one-on-one with Dr. Davis, I said that I prefer to call it being willing to put resistance into a relationship for the greater good. We just we just gonna need a little resistance sometimes. So this is just a brief summary of what the respondent said. So now we're going to go into the areas of my strengths. I'm going to describe how my strengths from the strength finders and from this overlap, as well as my self ratings.